ما شاء الله. آم، طيب السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Can you all hear me?
السلام ورحمة الله.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Very
وعليكم
good.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Um, Sharif, is that actually your background or you're just making us all feel bad? Yani, that's actually a genuine background. Yani, he's trying to make us all feel bad. Yeah, and I don't want to tell you what my background is where I am right now, but alhamdulillah. طيب, this isn't going to be a very long class. This is really just an opportunity for you guys to ask any burning questions you might have as you prepare. I think most of you have sent me, if not all of you have sent me. I know Ruqayya, you did. I know Mike, you did. I know Sharif. Sharif, you did too, didn't you? And I replied to you already. Tamam. And Sophia. Sophia, did you send me yours? You didn't send me yours. Okay. Then this applies to you and not to the rest. Sophia, you can take your time, but if you haven't sent it to me already, which means when you do send it to me, I may not be able to look at it before you actually submit your proposal. Sorry, before you actually give me your essay. And that means you don't have any chance to sort of have it reviewed.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I had a question. I saw in the syllabus that we had a draft due, and then we have, is
Yeah,
that?
no, so, yeah. So the draft being due is really for your benefit.
Right.
Okay. You're not going to be graded on the draft.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, there's Rajai. Rajai, assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Okay. I think that's it because I know that Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, I told Yasser to go. And then we're also expecting from California. He may or may not be able to come. He already told me. Who is left? Who's the
Salahuddin.
Salahuddin. That's it. Salahuddin. Salahuddin. Salahuddin is not here yet. Someone send Salahuddin a message in the WhatsApp if they could, and tell him if he can't show up in the next 2 minutes or the next 5 minutes, he shouldn't show up. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Rajai, I was trying to explain to Rajai, did you send me your proposal yet?
Yes, you send me an email back.
Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So Sophia was asking about the draft being due. Here's the thing about the draft, and here's the thing about the proposal. I want you guys to get the best grades that you can get. Okay? The best way for you to do that is to follow the timeline. Why the timeline? The timeline means that I can see your proposal. I can tell you if it's workable. And if it's not workable, then you can change it. And then you'll give me a draft. And then the draft, I can evaluate it before you actually submit. Okay? In which case, you then, you basically have a free chance. Okay? So if you don't give me a proposal, or if you get it too late, then I'm not going to look at it. Or you give me, or you don't give me a draft, or you give me a draft that's too late, then I'm going to look at it. Then it means, yani, حظك, yani, your luck. All right, when you actually submit whatever you're going to submit, and let's say you submit something and it actually it doesn't fit, and you've already written, what are you going to do? You'll flunk. It's as simple as that. Okay, so send. You've got until what the syllabus says to give me a proposal and to give me, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, the essay. Okay. No, nothing else than that. Okay. Type. Any other questions? لا خليك عادي. لا ليه لا براحتك بس مش عشاني. اوكي. Sorry guys, go ahead. Who's this? بابور مراتي. Oh. ما شاء الله. لا افتح الكاميرا افتح الكاميرا. لا سيزار we caught you. We caught you.
لحظة لحظة
لا
لحظة.
we caught you. بابور
عفوا
مراتي.
عفوا.
بابور مراتي. Subhanallah. I was like, who's come into my class and thinks that they're going to be secret hiding behind a fake background?
لا 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 لا.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so any questions, guys? Nothing? Okay, I'm going to be expecting like really, really good essays now. You guys didn't take any. I gave Cesar, I gave them so many chances. I told them, give me proposal. I told them, give me a draft. Before it's graded, all of this non-graded. يعني ببلاش. يعني المفروض في شوية رشاوي عشان كده. You know, in some countries, they bribe the professor to do what I've just given you for free. Anyway, alhamdulillah. طيب. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. It's an information session, to be honest with you, because you should have already read all the material. Do you have any questions about? We've already gone through layouts, yeah, any format and so on. I want to impress upon you guys. Remember, because some of you sent me proposals, and there was no thesis or there was no question. The topics were amazing. In fact, I think all of you, maybe one, but bar one, everybody sent me a topic that I thought was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But it's not about simply the topic being interesting. There's got to be a thesis. There's got to be a research question. Okay. And then you have to write the essay as such. Okay. Excuse me. Also, when you write, keep in mind, Bayan College is an academic institution. It is connected to a theological seminary, but it's an academic institution. So these are not khutbahs, these are not religious missives, these are academic papers, and they should be compiled as such and written as such, referencing all according to proper decorum. Keep in mind the word limits again, okay? The word limit for the essay itself is 3,000 words. That does not include the front page matter, you know, your name and the course and all of that, okay? And it doesn't have to include, and it doesn't include, sorry, the references or the bibliography. Okay, so you've got that wiggle room there. And also additional wiggle room, 10% above and beyond. So I suppose like 2,700 words to 3,300 words. Not less, not more. If it's less, you'll get marked down. If it's more, you'll also get marked down. It's got to be concise and within that. Nothing else? No questions? No, go ahead, Mike. Sorry, Mike, before you say
no.
anything, did anyone get in touch with Salahuddin?
I sent him a message. He hasn't responded to me.
Okay, طيب ماشي, and that'll be his issue. طيب ماشي, go ahead, Mike. Thank you,
So I have just a quick question. You said, hey, make sure you do research, how to write analytical papers, all these things. So I don't know, maybe it's because of the field that we're in. I'm just very natural at wanting to also try to provide like some degree of solutions and things like that. Is it appropriate also to add maybe towards the end some solutions of ways that we might see fit? Or just present a case, like an argument?
Present a case. Don't give me solutions. By the way, doing solutions would be precisely appropriate, but not in this.
Okay.
Okay, so any recommendations and things like that, action points, it would be very, very appropriate if you were doing a policy paper. We're not doing a policy paper. Okay, actually, what comes naturally to you is precisely what does not come naturally to academics, which is why academics have to be trained to do what you just wanted to do automatically when it comes to doing stuff in policy. Okay, so because people in policy want to be able to know, say, okay, this is what the thing is. Now, what do we do about it? Okay. Generally speaking, academics don't do that. Maybe they should do more of it, but they generally don't do that. What we want you to do, though, is to provide a paper that would give the basis for any policy that somebody else wanted to do later on, right? So somebody who's good should be able to pick up your paper and say, okay, based on what I've read, we can do ABC, and Mike's paper is the academic grounding for doing ABC. But don't put ABC in there. Okay. If you want to allude to it, go ahead and allude to it. Okay. But don't make it very significant, in the piece, because the point is answering a research question. Okay. Proving a thesis. That's the point of your paper. It's not to say we should go do ABC. Okay.
So tempting, but okay. I just want to clarify that.
allude to it if you want, but if you allude to it, يعني حاجة بسيطة. Or if you like, just to get off your chest, put it into the references, like a footnote, and say, possibly we could do ABC. But when I say put into the footnote, I don't mean like a half-page footnote. Okay. All right. We have to learn about these things. Okay.
Thank you.
By the way, I'm being difficult on you guys when it comes to this sort of stuff, because this is part of the training of actually doing these sorts of papers. Okay. The same way that I was, I know I was very militant on a lot of the reaction papers as well, precisely so that we get you into the mode for doing this, because that's part of that's a part of what you require for a doctoral paper. Okay. وياكم. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I had a question. The particular format that you're looking for, are you looking for Chicago, Chicago style? Or are you looking
Did
for?
you ask me this question already about referencing ولا حد تاني?
No, it must have been someone
Okay.
else.
Somebody else asked exactly the same question. I do not mind which referencing style you use, as long as you use one.
Okay, but you would still like the front page matter to be like that example before.
Yes. Okay. But referencing, you can use whatever referencing style, whatever legit. Okay. Start like pick one of the madahib. Don't create your own. Okay. But and also no تلفيق in referencing. تلفيق فكده حرام. ماشي. طيب. Okay. Mike, are you drinking out of a mug that says Chicago? Yes, he is. So something
With a
happened
line,
with
Chicago.
Chicago.
There you go. You see the
Chicago.
line?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna make you all incredibly envious right now. Can you guys see that? Not really, huh? It doesn't
Is that
focus
pizza?
properly. These are Chicago deep pan non-vegetarian halal pizzas.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
We do have one here in Des Plaines, right?
There's literally one. There's one in all of Chicago. It's some guy that's outside on he owns one of the only Salah ad-Din. MashaAllah. Salah ad-Din. Salah ad-Din. Okay. Well, this isn't going to count as being present, but anyway, you have one in all of Chicago that is non-vegetarian and halal. And I found one in Cairo. Okay. It should be
The Country Hills.
It should be very embarrassing for Chicagoans that there's one halal place in Chicago matched by one halal place in Cairo. I still didn't try it though, because it looks kind of heavy. طيب.
اختلاف سيدي. There's two madhabs to Chicago pizza. That's not actually the strong madhab. That's the wrong way. Those
wow.
أهل البدع. Ours is tavern style pizza. It's flat. It's a flat pizza. It's actually is the actual true Chicago style now.
That
Next
doesn't
time you come, we'll get you, inshallah.
inshallah. But flat, that doesn't sound like fun at all. I thought this was
Oh, it's
all
really
like
good.
it's like a big pot made of cheese and they call it a pizza instead. Okay,
A
طيب.
style.
Okay, طيب, then we'll have to try that, inshallah. This one was it actually said deep dish. You can't eat it alone. It has to be for 2 to 3 people. I didn't have 2 to 3 people. I had my daughter. She refused to go to eat it. So we'll have to. You'll take me somewhere, Mike, inshallah. All right, type. Any other questions? I can't talk because I'm at work. Mike, you should have, مش Mike, Salahuddin, you should have sent a message beforehand. Never mind, alhamdulillah. All right, guys. Good to go then. If you run into any problems, then send me an email. I'm going to be intermittently on email this week and next week, but I will try my best. Inshallah, I'll be in the midst of a lot of travel. But you let me know, inshallah. Okay? Yalla, tawfiq. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.